Success doesn't come overnight, it's built daily, one habit at a time. If you want to transform your life, don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Let me share with you 6 daily habits that highly successful people swear by. Imagine waking up in the morning with no clear idea of what you want to achieve, no direction, no purpose. How does that feel? Most people drift through their days like this, reacting to circumstances instead of creating them. But highly successful people approach their mornings differently. They know that the way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. This is why starting the day with clarity is not just a habit, it is a strategy for success. Clarity begins with intention. Before you dive into emails, social media, or the chaos of the world, take a few moments to define what matters most today. This simple act of pausing and setting your focus can turn an average day into a productive and meaningful one. Ask yourself, what are my top 3 priorities today? What tasks will bring me closer to my goals? What kind of mindset do I need to carry through the day? These questions may seem small, but the answers will shape your actions. Many successful people practice journaling in the morning. It's not about writing pages of thoughts, but about directing your mind toward purpose. Some write affirmations to reinforce confidence, while others outline goals for the day. A common approach is the 3 wins method. Identify 3 wins you want to achieve by the end of the day. This technique keeps you focused and gives you a sense of accomplishment when those wins are checked off. Remember, clarity is about simplicity. You don't need 100 goals for the day, you need the right ones. Visualization is another powerful tool. Athletes do it before every game, and business leaders do it before big decisions. Close your eyes for a minute and picture the day going exactly as you want. See yourself delivering that presentation confidently, finishing that project ahead of schedule, or having that important conversation with ease. Visualization primes your brain to recognize opportunities and take actions aligned with your desired outcome. When you can see it in your mind, you make it real in your life. One crucial part of clarity is aligning your daily actions with your bigger vision. Too often, people get lost in busy work, tasks that feel productive but lead nowhere. To avoid this trap, review your long-term goals every morning, even for a few seconds. Then ask, what can I do today that moves me closer to those goals? This question helps you prioritize effectively and ensures your day has purpose beyond the urgent emails and phone calls. Another important element is creating a calm environment for clarity. The first minutes after waking up are sacred. Avoid grabbing your phone immediately because that opens the floodgates of distractions. Instead, give yourself time to think. Some people meditate, others take a quiet walk. Whatever method you choose, make sure it allows you to listen to your own thoughts before the world's noise takes over. This silence is where clarity is born. Finally, remember that clarity is not about perfection. You don't have to predict every detail of your day. It's about having a guiding light, a sense of direction, and the confidence to say no to distractions. When you know what matters most, decision-making becomes easier. You move through your day with purpose, and that is what separates successful people from those who simply react to life. Start tomorrow differently. Instead of rushing into your to-do list, take 5 minutes to set your intention. Write your priorities, visualize your success, align your actions with your bigger goals. Do this consistently, and you will notice a shift, not just in your productivity, but in your entire life. Clarity creates power, and the best time to find it is before the day begins. When we think about success, we often imagine long hours, late nights, and relentless work. But what many people overlook is that none of this matters without health. Your body and mind are the engines that drive your success. Without energy, focus, and resilience, even the best plans fall apart. This is why highly successful people make health a non-negotiable priority. They understand that wealth, fame, and achievement mean little if you're too exhausted or stressed to enjoy them. Prioritizing health begins with movement. It doesn't mean spending 2 hours in the gym every day. It means making exercise a consistent part of your life. Just 15 to 30 minutes of physical activity can transform your energy levels and mood. It could be a brisk walk, a quick bodyweight workout, yoga, or cycling, whatever keeps you active and engaged. Exercise does more than strengthen muscles, it sharpens your mind. When you move, your body releases endorphins, those natural chemicals that boost happiness and reduce stress. A clear, energized mind makes better decisions, reacts faster, and solves problems creatively. Equally important is nutrition. Your body is like a high-performance machine. It needs the right fuel. Highly successful people are mindful of what they eat because they know food impacts energy, focus, and even mood. A balanced diet rich in whole foods, vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, healthy fats supports not just physical health but cognitive function. Overloading on processed foods and sugar may give you quick energy, but it leads to crashes that steal your productivity. Hydration matters too. Dehydration, even mild, can cause fatigue and brain fog. Something as simple as drinking enough water throughout the day can keep your mind sharp and alert. Then there's sleep, a factor many underestimate. In a culture that glorifies hustling and sleepless nights, it's tempting to sacrifice rest for more work. But science is clear. Sleep is where your body repairs, your brain consolidates memories, and your mind recharges. Lack of sleep doesn't just make you tired, it impairs decision making, creativity, and emotional control. Most highly successful people guard their sleep as fiercely as their meetings. They set routines, avoid screens before bed, and aim for quality rest because they know a well-rested mind can accomplish in hours what a tired one struggles with all day. Mental health is just as critical as physical health. Success brings challenges, and with challenges comes stress. Left unmanaged, stress can erode your performance and well-being. That's why practices like meditation, mindfulness, or deep breathing exercises are common among top achievers. These aren't spiritual luxuries. They are practical tools to calm the mind, reduce anxiety, and maintain focus under pressure. Even spending a few minutes in silence away from distractions can reset your mental state and help you think clearly. Another powerful habit is disconnecting regularly. Constant connectivity drains mental energy. Successful people schedule time to unplug, whether it's a walk in nature, quality time with family, or simply sitting quietly without a screen. These moments allow the brain to rest, reflect, and recharge, making you more effective when you return to work. Finally, prioritizing health is about consistency, not perfection. You don't need to overhaul your lifestyle overnight. Start small, add a 10-minute morning workout, swap soda for water, go to bed 30 minutes earlier. These small changes compound over time, creating a strong foundation for both your body and mind. Remember, energy is the ultimate currency of success. When you take care of yourself, you're not losing time. You're gaining more productive, focused, and joyful hours to create the life you want. The world is changing faster than ever before. New technologies emerge daily, industries evolve, and trends shift overnight. In such an environment, standing still is the same as moving backward. This is why highly successful people never stop learning. They understand that continuous learning isn't optional, it's essential. Knowledge is the fuel that keeps you ahead, sharpens your decision making, and gives you the confidence to adapt in any situation. Learning goes far beyond formal education. The most successful individuals see learning as a lifelong process. They don't rely only on what they learned in school or college because they know that knowledge has an expiration date. What worked yesterday may not work today, and what works today might be outdated tomorrow. So they make a habit of upgrading themselves constantly, like updating the operating system of a phone. This mindset keeps them relevant and competitive in any field. One common habit among successful people is reading. Many of the world's top leaders, from Warren Buffett to Bill Gates, dedicate hours each week to reading books. Reading expands your thinking, introduces new perspectives, and sparks creativity. It doesn't have to be limited to business books. Biographies, history, psychology, and even fiction can provide insights into human behavior and problem solving. If time is tight, audiobooks and podcasts make it easy to learn while commuting or exercising. The goal is not just to consume information, but to absorb ideas that can be applied in real life. Another aspect of continuous learning is skill development. Successful people never assume they know enough. They actively seek ways to improve. Whether it's learning a new language, mastering a software tool, or taking a course on leadership, they invest in themselves before anything else. In today's digital age, resources are everywhere, online courses, webinars, tutorials, and communities. The cost of learning has never been lower, and the cost of not learning has never been higher. If you're not upgrading your skills, someone else is, and they're moving ahead while you stay behind. But continuous learning is not just about professional growth, it's also about personal growth. Developing emotional intelligence, communication skills, and adaptability is just as important as technical expertise. Many successful people work with mentors, coaches, or peer groups to gain feedback and learn from others' experiences. They are not afraid to admit what they don't know, and they see curiosity as a strength, not a weakness. This humility opens the door to new opportunities and connections. Another powerful practice is reflection. Learning doesn't come only from reading or listening, it comes from doing and then analyzing the experience. After a big project or decision, take time to ask what worked, what didn't, what can I do better next time? This habit of self evaluation turns every challenge into a lesson and every mistake into a stepping stone. The truth is, continuous learning requires effort and time, but the rewards are exponential. It keeps your mind sharp, your confidence high, and your opportunities limitless. Most importantly, it gives you the ability to reinvent yourself whenever the world demands it. In a marketplace where change is the only constant, your greatest security is your ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So, start today. Pick up a book, sign up for an online course, or listen to a podcast that challenges your thinking. Make learning a daily ritual, even if it's just 15 minutes a day. Over time, those small investments compound into massive growth. Remember, success is built by those who never stop growing, and growth begins with learning. Time is the one resource that every person on this planet gets in equal measure, 24 hours a day. But how you use those hours determines everything. Highly successful people understand that time is more valuable than money because you can earn back money, but you can never earn back time. This is why they treat time with respect, using it deliberately and strategically rather than letting it slip away. Mastering time with laser focus is not about cramming more into your day, it's about making every minute count. The first step to mastering time is recognizing the difference between being busy and being productive. Many people fill their schedules with endless tasks, thinking that activity equals achievement. But successful individuals know that busyness is often an illusion of progress. They focus instead on impact, the tasks that move the needle, that create real results. A great tool for this is the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, which says that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Identify those few high-value activities and make them your top priority every day. Planning is another cornerstone of effective time mastery. Successful people rarely start their day without a plan. They schedule their priorities instead of leaving them to chance. Many plan their day the night before, setting clear goals and blocking time for important tasks. This technique, called time blocking, is powerful because it forces you to allocate focused periods for deep work without distractions. During these blocks, notifications are off, phones are away, and the mind is completely engaged with the task at hand. Another essential element of laser focus is learning to say no. Every invitation, request, or shiny opportunity takes time. If you say yes to everything, you end up spreading yourself too thin and losing sight of what truly matters. Successful people A's. Reselective. They measure every commitment against their goals and values. If it doesn't align, they decline, politely but firmly. This discipline protects their time for what matters most. Managing distractions is equally critical. We live in a world where attention is constantly under attack. Social media, emails, notifications, and endless information streams. Without control, these distractions steal hours from your day without you even realizing it. Successful individuals create environments that support focus. They set boundaries, turn off unnecessary alerts, and often use tools like website blockers during work hours. Some even adopt techniques like the Pomodoro method, working in focused sprints followed by short breaks to maintain high energy and productivity. Delegation is another powerful strategy. Many people try to do everything themselves, but this leads to burnout and inefficiency. Highly successful people delegate tasks that others can handle, freeing themselves to focus on their unique strengths and high-impact work. They understand that time spent on low-value tasks is time stolen from their greatest contributions. Finally, they guard their time fiercely. Just as you wouldn't let someone take money from your wallet, don't let people steal your time. This means scheduling personal priorities as firmly as business ones. Exercise, family time, reflection, and rest are all non-negotiable in their calendars. Mastering time with laser focus is not about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about clarity, discipline, and intentional choices. Every time you say yes to one thing, you're saying no to something else, often something important. So ask yourself, is this the best use of my time right now? If you practice this awareness daily, you'll find that time is not your enemy, but your greatest ally. Because when you control your time, you control your life. Success is rarely a solo journey. Behind every thriving business, every innovative idea, and every major achievement, there are people, mentors, partners, collaborators, and supporters. Highly successful individuals understand this truth deeply. Relationships are the real currency of life. Skills and knowledge are important, but your network, your ability to connect and build trust, can open doors that talent alone never could. Building powerful relationships is not just a social skill, it's a success strategy. The first principle of strong relationships is adding value before expecting anything in return. Many people approach networking with a mindset of what can I get? But successful people flip the question to how can I help? This shift changes everything. When you lead with generosity, sharing resources, offering help, or making introductions, you build trust and goodwill. People remember those who support them without strings attached. Over time, these small acts create a strong foundation for meaningful connections. Authenticity is another cornerstone. Powerful relationships aren't built on pretense or manipulation. They thrive on honesty and genuine interest. Successful people take the time to truly know others, their goals, challenges, and passions. They listen more than they talk. This active listening creates a sense of respect and makes people feel valued. When someone feels seen and understood, trust naturally follows. Consistency also matters. Relationships can't be built in a single meeting or a quick coffee chat. They need nurturing over time. Highly successful people make it a habit to check in, even when they don't need anything. A simple message, a quick call, or sharing an article relevant to someone's interest keeps the connection alive. These small gestures, repeated consistently, strengthen bonds and ensure that the relationship doesn't fade away after the initial introduction. Mentorship plays a key role as well. Successful individuals often seek guidance from those ahead of them while also mentoring others who are coming up. This two-way dynamic creates a powerful cycle of growth. Learning from someone's experience can save you years of trial and error, while mentoring others helps solidify your own knowledge and expands your influence. The key is humility, being open to advice and willing to share what you know without ego. Building powerful relationships also means surrounding yourself with the right people. Your environment shapes your mindset and behavior more than you realize. If you want to achieve greatness, spend time with those who inspire, challenge, and support your growth. This doesn't mean abandoning old friends, but it does mean being intentional about who gets your time and energy. Positive, driven individuals push you to level up, while negative, toxic ones drain your ambition. Conflict management is another essential skill in relationship building. Differences are inevitable, but successful people handle them with grace. They avoid burning bridges, even when parting ways. They know that today's competitor could be tomorrow's collaborator. Maintaining professionalism and respect, even in disagreement, ensures doors remain open for future opportunities. Finally, gratitude strengthens every connection. A simple thank you note, a public acknowledgement, or a sincere expression of appreciation can deepen relationships in ways that money or status never could. Gratitude makes people feel valued and fosters loyalty. Relationships are not built overnight. They grow through consistent effort, trust, and mutual respect. The truth is, opportunities don't just come from hard work. They often come from people who believe in you. So invest in your network, nurture your connections, and remember, success is sweeter when it's shared. The time you spend building relationships today will become the bridge to the opportunities of tomorrow. At the end of every day, successful people do something simple yet powerful. They pause. They take a moment to reflect on what happened, what they accomplished, and what could be better. This habit of reflection and resetting is not just about looking back. It's about preparing for the future. It's the practice that turns experiences into lessons and mistakes into opportunities for growth. Without reflection, you risk moving through life on autopilot, repeating the same patterns without improvement. With reflection, you create awareness, clarity, and a sense of direction for the next day. Reflection begins with asking the right questions. What went well today? What challenges did I face? How did I respond? What can I do differently tomorrow? These questions transform your daily experiences into valuable feedback. Instead of judging yourself harshly for mistakes, you approach them with curiosity. This shift from judgment to learning is what helps successful people grow faster than others. They don't fear failure because they see every failure as data, a guide for making better decisions next time. Gratitude is a big part of this process. Reflecting isn't only about identifying problems, it's also about recognizing wins, big or small. Taking a moment to appreciate what went right boosts confidence and reinforces positive habits. It also shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, creating a mindset of growth and resilience. Writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day might seem simple, but it trains your brain to notice progress and opportunity instead of dwelling on setbacks. Resetting is the next step. Reflection gives you insights. Resetting turns those insights into action. Successful people don't carry the weight of an unproductive day into the next one. If something didn't go as planned, they don't beat themselves up. They adjust and move forward. Resetting could mean reprioritizing tasks, changing strategies, or simply deciding to approach tomorrow with renewed energy. This habit prevents burnout and keeps momentum alive, even in challenging times. Many high achievers have a specific evening routine for reflection and resetting. Some journal before bed, writing down lessons learned and plans for tomorrow. Others meditate for a few minutes to clear their minds and release stress. These practices create closure for the day, signaling to the brain that it's time to rest and recharge. Good sleep follows naturally because the mind isn't cluttered with unfinished thoughts. The beauty of reflection and resetting is that it compounds over time. One day of reflection might feel insignificant, but imagine doing it for a year. That's 365 chances to improve, learn, and grow. This consistency creates a cycle of continuous improvement, a key trait of successful people. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the rush and forget to pause, but if you never stop to think, you'll never truly progress. Reflection gives you the wisdom to make better choices. Resetting gives you the strength to start fresh. No matter how today went, whether it was your best day or your toughest, tomorrow offers a new chance. Take a few minutes tonight to reflect, reset, and prepare for success. Over time, this simple habit will separate those who react to life from those who design it,